After using the camera for a little over a month, I think I finally started to get comfortable with where everything is. This is my first time using a Sony mirrorless, and I gotta say, the grip felt pretty good. Well, my pinky doesn't fit, but it didn't bother me too much. I also found myself using the joystick on the back of the camera to navigate. Battery life on this camera is pretty good. I know a lot of people were complaining about battery life with the A7R II, but I can tell you, they definitely fixed that issue. I shot upwards of 6 hours a day taking photos, 4K video, slow motion, stills, and the battery life was more than what I needed. I had the G Master 24-70 for this review just because it's a good all-purpose lens. Yes, this camera shoots in full frame 4K. It's oversampled, but it looks great. The slow motion on this camera is pretty amazing, and the continuous autofocus is really good. I used the eye focus and I was able to get some pretty sharp images. If they added this feature to video, I think it would be a great addition, but it's not available. The cool thing that they have is you can click the LCD screen and mark a point on the image in order to get focus. I found myself not looking into the camera like I would with a DSLR, but rather I would use the viewfinder. It felt weird at first, but it's something I can get used to. This camera is pretty good in low light. It's not anything special, especially after shooting the DA50, but it's pretty good. When shooting video and transitioning to photography, it isn't as fluid as I'm used to within the Canon system. Yes, I know they have the custom buttons you can program, but it still takes time to program things the way you actually want it, and it's frustrating going through the process. The menu system is almost so bad, it makes me not want to get the camera. It's almost like a no-go for me. The best way I can describe this menu system is the engineer who developed the camera was in charge of developing the menu system. It's like they didn't ask photographers what they need. At first, I thought it was just me being biased towards Sony, but I shot on the Nikon D850 and the menu system makes sense, and it was easy for me to navigate. So what are my final thoughts on this camera? Well, I think this camera is amazing. If you are in the Sony infrastructure, I think that this is a great upgrade. I mean, the battery life alone is pretty phenomenal. The image size, the large megapixel photos, the eye focus, it's all, guys, I was getting sharp pictures from the eyelash, and that's nothing to frown upon. This camera is a great overall all-purpose camera, and although I think that it's pretty amazing, for me, the menu system was so difficult for me to navigate. It was something that I didn't even really feel like I wanted to go through learning a whole new infrastructure. That's how bad it was, in my opinion, the menu system. But as far as the picture quality, the types of image you're gonna get, I think it was great. The color is not necessarily something that I would like straight out of camera. I think that you can get what you want if you do some post-processing. But overall, great camera, phenomenal job, Sony, with this camera. I think it's going to sell very well. I think that a lot of people will be happy with this purchase. But for me personally, it's not for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the A7R III. I really enjoyed this camera. I think it was a great camera. The lens was amazing, but you got to remember it's over $5,500 for the set that I use, which is the G Master 24-70 and the body. So if you think it's worth it, if you're in the Sony infrastructure, I totally understand what you're saying. But for me, I'm going to give it a pass. Anyway, I want you guys to like and subscribe as always, and I'll be doing some more reviews for you guys pretty soon. And I hope to see you guys again here real soon. Have a good one.